Yes, gents, how we doing? So today we're talking about dealing with injuries, okay? Obviously, I know that's obviously a vague topic, but we're going to try and dissect as best we can because it's something I've sort of noticed and sort of like asked sort of a few times, or like people have said to me they aren't being able to train because of this, or like because of this, or something's happened like their knee or their ankle or their back from running, or they hurt their shoulder, whatever. And just obviously dealing with those because what happens is most of you they have that injury and then they just stop, okay, because they think, oh, I just need to rest now, I need to stop, I can't do anything. Or they go to the doctors and then the doctor just gives them paracetamol or something, or painkillers, and just tells them to rest. And it's like, oh man, that's like the sort of probably the worst you can do. Okay, well, it's rest is good, but again, it's so much more you can do. And that's just an old school way of thinking. And going to the doctors is probably the worst thing you can do for some sort of injury. Okay, because they'll give you the same sort of prescription in terms of just, take these painkillers, just rest up a bit. They don't know what they're doing. They don't even assess you. Okay, this is what you have to understand, because people sort of always, I got my knees playing up. Okay, my lower back's split. I'll go to the doctors. I'm like, they're gonna assess you sitting down on the opposite side of the desk, and they're gonna tell you, yes, I'm very bad. Okay, yeah, take these. Okay, take some cocodamol or whatever. They'll get rid of the pain. And it's just like really dark. That's not helping anyone. Okay. So what we're going to talk about is injuries, and obviously there's massive extent of injuries now. Okay, obviously this is going to be a ballpark thing, but if you've got like niggles or injuries, or like whether sprains, strains, or you just feel a tightness somewhere, like a niggle, okay, this is what we're sort of like covering today is, because you get sprains and strains in your wrist or your ankles, different things like that, whether you've been running or from, I don't know, perhaps press-ups or doing something, whatever, or just again, perhaps if you feel a niggle in your back, okay, like, I've blown my back out or something, or done my back in, or your shoulder is tight, whatever, okay, what you have to realize is, okay, right, what have I been like sort of, first of all, you want to like rest and just like, so take a few hours just to stop doing, and just to let the swelling come down, okay, like the initial response die down for like perhaps a few hours or a day or whatever, depending on the severity of it. But you need to sort of then like really go in with your microscope and like so your magnifying glass and just really investigate, like, what have I been doing that's caused this, okay? If it's one event, like it was a sort of like you were running and you tripped over and you twisted your ankle, then obviously that's the isolated event, that's what caused it. But if it's sort of like with your back, with most people, it's just like a building up thing, okay? Like you woke up, my back is rough this morning, I popped my back out. It wasn't just that one event, it'll be sort of like you've been doing something like sort of consistently the body doesn't like, and now it's just a cherry on the cake, okay? This is what happens when it's just like one day, I must have slept awkwardly, whatever, I'm so stiff this morning. It's like, no, it's just been building up. You've been sleeping awkwardly for the last 3 months, okay? And like now it's just the layers. Again, it's more and more, it's just literally the straw that broke the camel's back. That's the sort of the way the body works, okay? It can take a lot, but then obviously it comes to a point where it's just like, right, I've had enough now, and it's and people think it's just, I can't work out what it was, but it's just like something you've been doing for the last 3, 6, 12 months, the body doesn't like, and now it's telling you, okay? It's telling you to fix that, to sort that out. So that's what you have to do. You just realize that sort of injury is just some sort of communication, some sort of feedback from your body. It's like, okay, I don't like the positions you've been putting me in recently. Sort it out. That's basically what's telling you. So you have to look. If it's just my back, I had something in my shoulder the other day. It's because sort of I was doing too many press ups, like I'm just not warming up my shoulder. I was too hunched over. So I was like, right, okay, I need to sort of open this up, and then some tightness there. Or like if your back I've done my back before when I was sort of sleeping awkwardly, when my leg corkscrewed over and like over the top. And I try to do a rotational movement, and my back's on. Oh wow, how did I do that? Just like get out of the car? No, it's from the way I've been sleeping for the past 4 months, okay? And this is what you need to realize. So when it comes to this, you sort of dissect the problem, and what you want to do then is obviously keep on moving as well. Keep active, okay? Because you need to get the blood flowing. You need to get oxygenated, the nutrient-rich blood to the muscle, to the trauma site to help it, okay? Like I said, yes, sort of let it die down initially, but you want to sort of try and be active, okay? It doesn't mean sort of like if you've done something to your knee or ankle, do you go and run on it? Like, it doesn't mean that. No, you have to use common sense. You have to be active and just sort of like still move around, okay? You have the opposite leg, or whatever, okay? And realize, yeah, you can still train, okay? You can still train around it. If you've done something to your leg, then you just do upper body, okay? You just sit down and just do different things. If you've done your lower back, then you need to do stuff supported on a bench, okay? Then it's just, there's lots of ways. If you've done it to your wrist, you do your opposite arm, okay? There's lots of ways around it, okay? You have to sort of keep moving, and you shouldn't sort of stop training just because of that injury, okay? Because that's an easy way out. And what happens when there's a negative and a downward spiral? Because you mentally, again, you start losing the plot and start getting frustrated, and you start eating goes off track as well. So you start gaining weight, you start getting frustrated, and just you've seen it, loads of people, they get injured and they've gained like 3 stone. It's like, no, okay, like you've done something to your leg, like, okay, your leg's in plaster, okay, so why can't you do bench? Okay, just do some press ups then, okay? Like that's just an easy way out. Doctor don't know shit. Okay, so this is what you gotta understand. It's good that you need to keep on moving. You need to keep that blood flowing, and obviously to keep training as well, keep that consistency as well. Like in terms of to keep striving towards your goals, okay, and to help that recovery. Again, it recovers so much more if you keep active, okay, rather than just resting it, physically and mentally. And there's obviously then doing stuff to actually sort of specifically help that. So then you need to recover it. It's like obviously stretch and mobility, okay, like working the imbalances, again, really sort of strengthen the weaker muscle, okay, or just really releasing the tight muscle, okay. So if it's that foam rolling, massage, like with it, like sort of really sort of different things like that, okay. I was going to say like a lacrosse ball, but really stuff to open up and release those tight muscles, okay, like different stretches, foam rolling, massage and stuff to really sort of like loosen that muscle. And then again, you can go to sort of perhaps you could go like physical therapists, like physios or chiropractors, different things if you want to go down there, depending on the severity of your injury. But most of the time, like sort of like the injuries I come across with guys, if they got like sort of in their back or their shoulder, different things like that. Again, it's just giving a bit of jip or the elbow or different things. This just being overworked. That's all it is. So and it's just the case of, right, okay, we need to spend some time in it to loosen it. It's so tight, it's been overworked. Right, we need to sort of open it up, okay? So what we'll do, we'll like sort of massage it, we'll foam roll it, we'll get some sort of like a thumb in there as well, just to really sort of just loosen it, and just to sort of create some space. Then we'll do some stretches, and like doing that a few times, like sort of perhaps 2-3 times, like sort of like a day, whatever, okay, you will start over the next few days, you'll start loosening and becoming, oh wow, I actually feel so much better. And that's it, okay, because a lot of people I speak to, I had to stop doing this, I had to stop doing that. Like that's what you don't want to do. You want to keep on doing this. You got to find ways, okay, right, what can I do instead? Okay, and that's the thing with injuries. Okay, so people see injuries as like the final thing. Oh, I got to stop, I got to rest till it gets better. Okay, most of the time, like rest will not change what's going on in your body, because your body's built in imbalance that cause that injury. Resting, it won't solve anything. It won't change the root cause. It'll let the swelling die away, but when you start back up again, your body's still in that same position. Your muscles and sort of the joints and everything are still sort of tight and everything, and not sort of loosened off. Okay, so you need to sort of fix that, fix the root cause first. Okay, like otherwise rest will just not do it for a bit. Let the initial sort of pain die away, then start again, and you keep getting the pains. Yes, because you haven't changed anything. Okay, the problem is still there. You need to fix that. You need to treat that. Okay, rather than just resting it. Okay, hope it helps us and gives you a different perspective. That's what I want to do, is give you a different perspective when it comes to injuries. Okay, in just terms of, okay, right, I've got this injury, right, sort of in case of, right, and what can I do instead? And then, right, what specific stuff can I do to help it, to treat it, to treat the actual injury rather than just resting it. Okay, because that's not going to solve anything. And just who can I go to? Like, so don't go to the doctors, don't go to the ER. Like, sort of, like, what's that going to do? They don't know what they're doing, okay? You want to go to someone specific, like I said, like a physical therapist, some sort of thing like that. Go for a massage, sports massage. Go for a physio, go for a chiro. They will actually help you, okay, for that kind of stuff. Yeah, if you sort of got some sort of infection in your eye, whatever, then go to the GP, whatever, okay? But otherwise, that's like sort of any sort of trained injuries, yeah, you want to sort of actually go to sort of people who are sort of trained to help that, okay? Hope that helps, gents. Have a great day.